And I think the anime is in English too, English dub. I don't think it's made by. It might be Studio Map, but I don't know. But it's like it's like a weird mix of like 3D and not 3D. 2D faces, but 3D bodies, shit like that. I don't know. That's weird.
Can you guys hear me okay? Because I just realized my mic wasn't plugged in.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Cool. And we're live. Live.
I'm waiting for the notification on my. There it is on my personal, and then hit the like button. Hit dash. I really need to buy a. What is it? A ring light, because this overhead light ain't it.
I know. I noticed it's an old thumbnail.
Oh shit! I forgot to do that. Yeah, I can fix it.
That's fine.
It'll like be post. Then it'll
yeah.
appear in post. But yeah,
it's totally fine. And we is live.
Studio one of these.
Liked it. Live chat.
Which account today's? Hold on, wait a minute. Boom. Boom, boom. There you go. Should be fixed now.
Cool.
Okie dokie. Now I just gotta tweet this out.
There's some new AOT stuff. What? Someone just wrote that.
Will Smith apologized for what
he did. Yeah, he should have. He was in the wrong.
Hey man, keep his wife's name out your mouth.
Nah, say the whole line.
No.
I don't know, guys. I have mixed feelings about it.
He was in the wrong, 100%.
Like, I understand he was defending. Yeah, like, I don't know. And I guess there was like some beef there between him and like Chris Rock in the past. It's just it's not a good look. It's just not a good look on him, on Will Smith.
No, that's what
love him though.
That's pretty much what he's saying his apology.
Oh yeah. Well, you should apologize yesterday.
Yeah.
He said violence.
Well, it was probably so heated.
Like what he said was violence in all forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line, and I was wrong. I'm embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. Then, as it continues, I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I don't know who those people are.
It's the movie that he filmed, that he got the Oscar for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for us all. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. Dang, dude. Big Willie style, baby. I know for a fact that Alex was all on board with that with Will Smith.
So like it's funny, like we don't really watch. I don't really watch the Oscars. I just put it on yesterday because I knew it was going on, and then we cut it off like before we saw Will Smith, slap Chris Rock, and I didn't find out until I was like on Twitter, and then he was just trending. I was like, Alex, did you hear about this? He's like, what? I'm like, your boy apparently smacked Chris Rock. He's like, what? You're just taken aback. But no, he wasn't like defending Will Smith or anything. It was just more like, come on, like there's a time and place for that, and the Oscars was not it.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, I get both sides. Anyways, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care. Some people think it was staged. I don't know.
I don't think it was staged. I don't think it was staged at all. His Chris Rock's reaction was like look, he was stunned, you know, like he was trying to get his words out, and he was kind of like, what the what the fuck just happened?
He was super professional about it. He just kept the
he
train
was.
rolling, and I was just like, wow, that's big. But yeah, in my opinion, Will was mega in the wrong. Like, I get it, defend your wife, but like, dude, not. I mean, yeah, no, that was not a good look for him at all. How many letters are in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
The Rock should have made it.
Yeah, he was definitely shook.
Cool. Okay. There's the tweet, and I mean, if you guys are good to go, we can get it crack-a-lacking.
Are you watching my
yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am. Also, hello everybody in the chat. Hello.
Yeah, hi friends.
Welcome, guys.
I see you.
All right. I'm just gonna play it, and you come in whenever you want.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Waiting for like a specific part. There we go.
Baby.
Hey, welcome everybody. My goodness gracious, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good day. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Bento Boxcast podcast. Not only is it another episode, it is episode 43. We're coming at you live and direct on our YouTube channel. So if you're not around for this type of stuff and you want to be, definitely check us out. We are always live every Monday for the most part. And in case anything happens, you'll know on our Twitter. So make sure to follow us on our Twitter and every other social media site or anything in our description down below in the link. So make sure to check that out. Now, with that being said, guys, it has been a very eventful week of anime for a lot of us. We are essentially at the very end, the 12th week of anime for the winter 2022 season. Thank God. Goodbye. Farewell. Good riddance. I only cried once because my Dress Up Darling is officially over.
Yeah.
But I cried again because guess what? The manga is lit. So that's what I have been doing. You know, I caught up with that. But that being said, you know, we had the end of it. We're still waiting on this. Technically, while we're recording this, is the last official week. Because some anime do come out on Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's when it'll be the end for certain anime. And then we are just waiting on the Attack on Titan ending. Because for those of you that may or may not know, this past weekend, which normally it would have came out on a Sunday, but they skipped this weekend because we are getting the extra long episode, which I, for one, do not completely remember when it's coming out. But I think I remember they said sometime in April, right?
Yeah, it should be like the first week of... Is it not next weekend?
Yeah, it's the first. It's the 1st of April. Their shows are airing literally the 1st of April.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so then this Sunday, as of us recording, so very, very excited for that. And we are allegedly getting an extra long episode. They have not fully said, like, you know, how long the episode is going to be, like how extra long it's going to be, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see. However, with that being said, Rafa, Renee, how was your week, your last week of the winter 2022 season?
Kind of slow, you know. Not having Attack on Titan, kind of, I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I don't have to watch Attack on Titan. I saw Dress Up Darling yesterday, and I'll give my thoughts at when we actually talk about it, about that and how as of right now the show ended, because season 2 has not been confirmed yet, so gotta take it as how it is. And yeah, and the only other show that I'm watching is a show that I recommend for you guys to be watching for Anime Swap today. That's literally all I've been really watching. I haven't really been keeping up with anything else. Excuse me. I've been watching King of the Hill. That's what I've been watching.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I come home and I watch an episode or 2 of King of the Hill.
What?
Okay.
Dude, that's so fucking
What's
random.
a random like pick?
King of the Hill, best anime, baby. Let's go.
No, this doesn't need to be a thing.
But for sure,
No.
before we get into like everything else, I just want to say that Maureen, right? That's her name, Maureen from
Maureen, yeah.
She's for sure best girl of the season.
Oh wow!
And she is a big contender for girl of the year.
100% agree.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are saying that
I
too.
see it.
Like it's all over the anime Twitterverse. They're saying that, and even like other like anime podcasts and other stuff that like just any other anime content creators are like, yeah, like she is at the current moment. Obviously, it's the only season, but she's a front runner for like best girl of the year. So
definitely, I mean, yeah, it's barely the first season, but nobody else could keep up with her for this season. She was the best, and now there for the next season or the season that's coming up. The one show that I was talking about, I forgot the name of it. But they're saying that she's gonna be like best girl of that season, and they're trying to like compare to see if she's gonna be able to keep up with Maureen. It's the one where like she's like I don't know if you guys remember, but like the synopsis pretty much is like, oh, they're dating, whatever, and she kind of acts like gentleman or something like that. I don't know. I'm explaining.
Shikimori's not just a cutie.
Yes, that one.
I've heard that, but I've also heard Raftalia from Rising of the Shield Hero season 2.
I don't know. I don't know if Raftalia is going to be able to keep up with what we have going on.
Well, we'll have to see like the season how they pan out. Yeah. But like if Raftalia has like some cute moments or
I don't know. Did you see the trailer for the cutie one?
No, I did. I'm not saying, but like
I was getting hyped.
I mean, yeah, but you also want to say don't base everything off of the trailer. So I'm gonna wait to see. I'm gonna watch it.
That's true. I'm just saying that I was getting pretty hyped for it.
Oh no, me too. I'm actually excited for this anime.
I like what's going on. I like how she the way she acts or what we saw from her. For sure though, Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend has competition or is already lost, because
I would say lost.
Maureen over Chizuru any day, bro. I mean, honestly,
on God,
honestly. And also, bro, shout out to Gojo. He cool guy. Cool dude.
Okay.
Anyways, Renee, how was your weekend?
I mean, hey, man, we always see you talking about best girl. What about a best guy? Can you get some best?
I like him. I like Gojo. You should definitely.
Let me tell you, you fall in love with him a lot more in the manga. So like the more stuff that they're coming out with him, trust, like he has some big character development.
He's precious.
He's great, and then like he's not a fucking jackass like what's his name from Rent a Girlfriend, which is big.
No, I didn't watch.
Oh, true, yeah. Fuck Kazuya.
Kazuya's
all my homies hate Kazuya.
Yeah, all my homies hate Kazuya. All my homies hate. What's the name of the other guy?
Gabi. Yeah.
No, not Gabi. What's his name from fucking Tokyo?
Takemichi.
Takemichi. All my
homies there you go. Yeah, he's terrible.
Kind of a side note. I saw a TikTok of some guy who got a tattoo of Takemichi.
No, he didn't.
And I'm just like, I'm dead serious. It looked like a cool tattoo, but I'm like, dude, of all the characters, Takemichi.
Nah.
I was like, that is a terrible pick.
Nah.
L tattoo.
Did you click on this guy's profile? How did he look like?
I mean, he looked like a badass dude. That's why I was like, Takemichi of all the characters.
Maybe
I was like,
bro. It had to be a dare. Or maybe
no,
he
was proud of the anime because it was like an anime. It was or he was proud of the tattoo because it was one of those TikToks where it's like, show your like top 5 favorite anime tattoos, and that was like number 3. I was like, what? And he had like a Goku one. He had like a crazy ass like Itadori one. He had like these crazy ass animes, and both of those that I just named were below the Takemichi tattoo. And I'm like, yo, you're tripping.
Not even. He's out of pocket for that one.
Yeah, that one was super out of pocket. I was super confused as to how that
Yeah.
could even be. But whatever. Anyways, we're getting past that point.
Right.
Renee, how was your week? I know we've like tried.
No, it's fine. It was okay. I'm not really. I haven't watched a lot of the stuff I said I was gonna watch for this season. Besides like Attack on Titan and My Dress Up Darling. Not that like the shows that I picked are bad shows. There were just other shows that I got into after the fact. So definitely gonna try to catch up where I can. But yeah, so like I said, not that the shows suck or anything. It's just there's just been other cooler shows that have been more interesting, so I've been like just watching those. But yeah, we'll talk more about that stuff later. So
Also, I should have
yeah.
done this at the beginning of the pod, but I recently got a new come up for anime figures.
Aww, Hinata. Where's mine?
Oh, they did have what's that thing? What's that guy called?
Um,
His counterpart, Kageyama.
Kaguyama.
They did have Kageyama.
I'm gonna look. I think I want to start collecting figures, so I only have like a couple.
I saw this and it was between him and Nami from One Piece, and like I was like, look, dude, I love One Piece, but Hinata.
Yeah, Hinata.
I had to.
I started reading the haiku manga. So I just bought because I like buying the books.
Mhm.
So I was at a bookstore this weekend and I came across they just had the first volume of haiku, so I bought it. So I'm reading it. Yeah, I'm like it's gonna fill the void in my heart right now because it's over. So I'm like, let me
Ooh.
just read it.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. Yeah, trust me, it's so good. I reread it recently too. So so good, so good. But all right, guys. With that being said, I think we should kind of just roll into our next stuff because we're already talking about anime. So why not talk about the stuff that's happening right now, recently in anime news, really? And so we'll start off with kind of a banger one that I'm super, that I'm super excited about. That both me and Renee are looking forward to because the Sword Art Online Progressive Shizero of the Deep Knight. Hopefully, I didn't butcher that.
Oh, you're good.
Reveals teaser trailer, and it's essentially a continuation of the first movie that we saw, SAO Progressive. And this is officially coming out at I think it said like fall 2022. Yeah, autumn 2022, which is fall. And I am incredibly excited because it looked really, really good. So the movie, to me at least, the first Progressive movie felt like a big how would I put it, like a very extended episode, but it was like a really good episode. At least that's how the first movie felt to me, because it was kind of a recap, but at the same time they didn't go as far as I thought they were gonna go. They introduced new people, they introduced new like settings within the SAO world, and kind of a new backstory for Kirito and Asuna. So this is kind of like going forward and continuing that new story that we're getting. But obviously in movie format, which means movie quality action, movie quality audio, movie quality, just graphics in general. Like I'm just really excited for this movie. And yeah, 100% they have my money. They got it. That's 2 tickets sold already because my sister saw it last time with me. So of course we're gonna go see it again. And yeah, I mean I'm for one very excited for it. So yeah. How do you feel about it, Renee? I know you saw it too.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I didn't watch the Sword Art Online anime. So see, I saw the previous movie, and I really, really liked it. I liked the world and the characters. I love the action and just visually, it was just a beautiful movie. So I'm really looking forward to the second one since it's gonna be like a continuation. Um, I think it's coming out in Japan in the fall, so I think we gotta wait until
Yeah, so that means probably 2023.
next year. Yeah,
Mm.
but like I said, it was a really overall, I really enjoyed it. I haven't tried to go back and watch the show. I don't know if I need to because I thought this movie was kind of like a retelling type of thing. So I don't know if I'm just better off just watching because there's gonna be several movies, right?
Yeah. I guess my guess to it is they're trying to do like a fresh start with the show, because like A lot of like the criticism for the show is that they kind of just bounce around a lot within the story. Like I don't know if it's I think they're trying to be more true to the novels or the light novels than the anime was. So that's kind of what's going on right now, and I mean, yeah, it's kind of a little wonky, but I would just say to stick to the movies.
Yeah, that's probably be my plan. So the movies are good. I mean, well, the first movie was really good, so definitely got me invested, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So
Okay, now the big question is, Rafa, will you ever give SAO Progressive a chance? I'm talking about the first movie. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the movie.
no.
Most likely. If I'm gonna be honest with myself, most likely not. I can lie to you, and I can lie to myself, and I can lie to the pod, but I'm most likely not gonna watch this. If they come up with a season 2 of Gun Gale, I'll watch that, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the? But you're talking about the Gun Gale alternative, not Gun Gale. Yeah, not Gun Gale.
I don't know what that is.
It's a side story. It's a side story.
There's a season, I think it's season 3, where they go to like this like a gun universe, like a gun MMO. It's MMO, right?
Yeah.
But I forgot what it's called. Virtual reality MMO, whatever, right? And so like yeah, it's like they use guns, but obviously Kirito needs to use a sword, so he uses like a lightsaber essentially, and like it's just one of those like weirder things. But then the one that Rafa's talking about is a story that does not involve Kirito or Asuna or any of them. Like they kind of talk about them and they kind of bring them up here and there, but it's just a complete side story. It's just kind of for fun, and it's about an actual tournament that's happening and this character who's like, just wanted to be in it. But I mean, yeah, that's SAO Progressive Cesaro. Very excited for that. But we keep it going. Something I think we're all kind of excited about. Actually, I don't know if Rafa is, but I watched this trailer and it made me kind of like, oh shit, okay, a vampire show or a vampire anime that I actually might be into. But Netflix is going to begin streaming an English subtitled trailer and revealed an updated story synopsis for Wit Studios' original anime Vampire in the Garden this past Sunday. The video reveals that this anime will be coming out May 16th worldwide, debuting on Netflix. So that's really cool. It is essentially a anime about humans versus vampires and this war that's going on, and of course there has to be a human and a vampire that their lives intertwine. But instead of me butchering it, let me actually just read the synopsis. The fateful meeting of a human and the vampire queen may change the world. From Wit Studio and a team of talented creators comes Vampire in the Garden. One cold winter, humanity lost its battle with the vampires, and with it, most of where they came home. They called home. Jesus. A small population of survivors created a wall of light in a small town to protect them and give them a place to live in peace. The protagonist, Momo, lives in a repressed life, but still wishes to coexist with the enemy, the vampires. Fine, the vampire queen once loved humans and disappeared from the battlefield. As a war rages through the humans' town, the two have a fateful encounter. And there it is. It sounds pretty like every other anime that's kind of around this premise. But it looked really pretty.
I'm excited. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm normally not a big fan of vampire animes, but I think I might check this out. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. I like the visuals.
Yeah.
And
I'll definitely give it the anime the 3-episode rule.
Yeah, and Wit Studio, they tend to not really miss. Well, when they ever put out shows, they tend to make a good impression with the community. So I'm definitely gonna be checking this out.
I will say I feel like the trailer kind of gave a lot away, though.
Did it? I
feel like it did.
It looks like it was just like a war going on. I mean, I have it playing right now in the background.
Yeah.
I don't have the audio because you can't have the audio playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's a lot more than what we saw in this trailer. Like, yeah, I do feel like there was like certain moments where I felt like were pretty impactful. I'm like, oh shoot, like that looks pretty intense. But I'm hoping like, I don't know, I'm hoping still a good show. So
it looks great though. The animation looks great. I'm assuming the vampire princess is the girl with the long
Oh, Vampire Queen. It's the
queen.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
With the long
the
silver
long
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Momo's the brown hair girl, the human.
Yeah. So it looks good. Definitely.
I'm excited for it. We'll definitely see how that turns out. Like I said, May 16th is when I believe that's coming out. So we have some time, about 2 months. But moving on to something that we have to wait little bit longer for. One anime that I'm not the biggest fan of, but the fans that are there are some die-hard fans. Including Rafa. Which he actually has spoken to me about this, and I do want to hear more about his thoughts on this. But JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean Anime's second part, streams on Netflix this fall. So essentially, the season's complete. They have 24 episodes, but episodes 1 through 12 already aired on Netflix, I believe, this season, right, Rafa, or was it the last season?
It was the last season. It wasn't this.
So last season, okay. So fall of 2021 is when it aired, and now we have to wait till fall of 2022 for the second half of the season. Do you think for something like this they could have just did a back-to-back kind of airing, fall 2021 and then spring, or rather winter 2022, or are you like in the ship of like, oh, that's going to the later half of the year?
For me, I'm kind of like with everybody else, because there's a lot of fans online are complaining about this. They don't like what's happening here. This is something that only Netflix is doing. Nobody else out there who are putting out anime on streaming services or anything like that are dividing up the season like this. This is something that Netflix is doing, just them. And I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather just kind of have it all together, or it come out on a weekly basis, how we're already used to it. I don't like it coming out in pieces, right? Well, here's part 1. Here's the first 12 episodes. Here are the next 12 episodes later on in the year. I don't like that at all. I'd rather have them all at once, or then come out every single week. And that's pretty much what everybody else is saying, the same thing. It's not just me being a weirdo about this. But again, this is just Netflix being Netflix. They always have to do something different. They never could, follow the status quo, I guess you can say. Because before them doing this, they also do this thing where they hold on anime that's supposed to be airing a specific season, but they hold off releasing it, and they release it on their own time whenever the hell they feel like it. They've done it before many times with many other anime in the past, and I guess they're trying out, seeing if this works better. I don't know. It's weird. Just having JoJo on Netflix itself, it's kind of weird because, it's specifically on Netflix. You can't really get it anywhere else. It's exclusive to Netflix. So it's interesting that that's a thing. Because before, JoJo's, on Crunchyroll and Funimation, things like that. But I don't know. It's just... It's just the way that they're going to give it to us, I guess. I guess we have to just accept it. Netflix is the one that has the rights to release the Stone Ocean. So that's the name of this part of JoJo. But it's interesting to see because Stone Ocean. This is the second part of it. It's interesting to see where it's gonna go though with JoJo itself, because at this point, Stone Ocean is the last part in JoJo's universe before the mangaka. That's his name, right? That's how you say the guys who write manga. Before he kind of did like a whole reset and start a whole new universe. So if we are going to get any more JoJo anime in the future, it's going to be a whole new universe. It's going to be a whole new story, things like that.
Oh, wow.
So it'd be pretty cool to see where it's going to go from there. If they are going to continue. JoJo's a big franchise. It's loved. There's a lot of memes and it gets goofed on a lot. But as a diehard fan base, so I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Especially, if they do part 7 is pretty crazy. And part 8's fun too. It's good stuff, but part 7 is going to be really a lot of fun if they ever do part 7.
Okay.
Rafa, do you would you recommend JoJo to somebody who's just getting into would you recommend JoJo? I know you're a big fan, but is it worth it?
Yes, it is. The only problem with JoJo is that the first two seasons are, especially season 1, it's a bit of a hurdle to get through. But once it hits season 3 and onward, it takes off. Like
Good stuff.
it's full on craziness. It's full on just bizarre. I mean, it's called bizarre for a certain reason. Like it's like some of the powers are just like, what's happening here? Like only in anime can something like this happen, right? Like it's really really cool stuff. Like look, he has like, I don't know if you're looking at the screen or not, but this man has this coming out of his head. Why is it? I know the reason why this is happening, but I'm not gonna say why. But he's literally losing. Like this is a power that someone has that could do to people. So yeah, I don't want to go on a whole rant on why JoJo's
for sure.
awesome, but yeah, I would recommend it. And then like JoJo's like such a unique and different anime. Like look, they're all posing and shit like models, and the outfits are always kind of crazy looking, and they're all named after, like, each part is named after a different section or like a different like reference. Like the first 3-4 parts were named after like bands and like artists, like music artists. No, those are the first 3 parts. Part 4 is named after I think like clothing lines and stuff like that. And I think so like each part has its own theme of like naming schemes and things like that. So it's fun. Like like the main big bad guy of JoJo, his name is Dio Brando, but Dio came from the music artist Dio, the guy who used to frontline for Black Sabbath before Ozzy Osbourne took over. Yeah, so it's a lot of cool stuff. Cool. Yeah, so yeah, JoJo, can't wait.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. Except it sucks that it's coming out the later half of the year.
Yeah. And the end of the year with JoJo. So yeah. Just end of the year with JoJo. Can't complain.
I will say this last year that's coming up, or rather the end of the season this year is going to be a banger. There's so many good anime coming out.
Yeah.
But with exciting news, we also have that recently came out, I believe, on the 25th of March. So we're a few days behind, but it's okay. Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 4 anime is going to premiere in this summer of the 2022 season. Warner Bros. Japan announced on Saturday that the 4th anime season, based on Fujino Omori and Suzuhiro Yasuda's Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon light novel series, will premiere this summer. I, for one, am very excited. I absolutely love this show. It's really, really good. The action is incredible. The storytelling is great. Yes, there's fan service. I know. But it's really, really good. I love it. It's such a good anime. And it has like an incredibly big fan base. So I mean, yeah, I'm just excited for it. I can't wait for it. I think I'm the only one that like really watches it here, and maybe Renee might get into it at some point.
I never heard of it. I hope not.
It's really, really good. It's really, really good. It's like you think it's like weird because of the name, but like it.
Well, you just said it's a lot of fan service, so like it might just.
There is.
There is, but it's really just like with one character. Everything else is just like
the main girl.
Yeah. Her name is Hestia. She's the fan service girl, but
the black with the black hair in the picture.
The one that's right there. But yeah, I mean it's a very exciting show, and one that I'm equally as excited for to air again. So I can't wait. Summer's looking already good for me. But
I wonder where it's going to go for streaming wise, because isn't Crunchyroll removing this anime?
It is, but I did see recently an article that a lot of the Funimation titles are coming over to Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll will be the official UI for their merger, because they have officially merged.
Right, companies. But I mean, so where's this gonna air on?
Well, it's probably gonna air on Crunchyroll. Well, the thing is, like, they probably lost the license to season 1 and 2 and 3. You know how like you have a certain time period to like air shit. Yeah. So I'm saying like they probably the license is probably ending. And they more than likely what's gonna happen is they're going to just re-sign another license when the season 4 comes out. Because there's no way in hell that they're not gonna have it on any other platforms, either Funimation or Crunchyroll.
There's High Dive. High Dive is a smaller streaming service, but they also get exclusives.
Yeah, and I agree, but like even then, it's like, yeah, I'm not about to get High Dive.
Or Hulu.
I've never heard of High Dive.
Yeah, High Dive
On
is
Hulu?
like a mix of everything.
Or not
Hulu has exclusives, yeah.
Or Amazon Prime.
Amazon, that too.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Still can't wait for what's it called?
Finland?
Vinland Saga season 2. But yeah, I don't know. I doubt it'll be an exclusive to the other like animes, like I said, because it's such a big staple anime that more than likely it's gonna be on Crunchyroll. But yeah, well, since we're talking about the future, let's step back a little bit and let's talk about this week's top 10 anime of winter 2022, week 11. Very exciting. Now, we're gonna do the top 10 list, but this is votings from people on Anime Corner. Roughly 21,483 respondents to this, tier list. We have March 18th through March 25th, 2022 results. And I'm very happy at what's going on here because things are moving. And yeah.
This
we're gonna start off.
This is before the last episode of my
Yes. So I'm for one this is the hottie. This is the scene that got Rafa's blood boiling. So this is where this is the episode that my heart went doki doki, right, Rafa?
Yes, sir.
At number 10 we have Ranking of Kings, going down from number 6 last week to number 10. Oof, Ranking of Kings is not having a good one these past few weeks apparently. Started off strong, but it looks like it's ending off kind of a little rough, which you hate to see out of an anime that's very loved. And imagine this guy was best boy of last year. Oh my, never gonna get over that. At number 9, we have Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Reincarnated into a Total Fantasy Knockout, going down from number 5 to number 9. Oof,
big hit.
Big. That's a big drop. 4. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Then we have at number 8, Teasing Master Takagi-san 3, going up from number 10 to number 8. Looks like it might end off strong. Who knows? We'll see next week's voting. At number 7, we have Ari Fureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest Season 2. I dropped this anime. And I was one of the people who was excited for this anime this season. And the fact that it went up 6 spots from 13 to number 7 is kind of crazy. I'm going to have to catch up and watch all of it by next week, apparently. At number 6, we have The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt, going down 2 spots from 4 to 6. I can see why. I'm not surprised, but it's still a good anime. I absolutely love it. Going up 2 spots from number 7 to number 5. Oh my goodness, thank God. My Dress Up Darling. We all saw it. We all saw it coming, especially with how extravagant that last episode was. Shout out back to the top 5 list. We love to see that. And yeah, who knows? Maybe Anime Corner fans are starting to turn it around. We hope so. We really hope so. At number 4, an anime that I'm incredibly surprised to be this high, Akabe Sailor Uniform, going up from rank 11 to rank 4. It was shot up the biggest out of everybody here at 7 spots up. Kind of crazy.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I have not seen it since I dropped it, so I don't know. I cannot tell you.
Strong. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder what had to happen to get it that high, but
I wonder. Most likely, the only thing I could think about is they really got into like story wise, like some real character development type shit going on. That's the only thing I can think about.
True.
Because there's no action in it, and like, I don't see it being supported by just the animation to be at top 5,
Right.
There's something.
I don't get it, man. Yeah, there's something.
For one, I'm not about it, but whatever.
Me
man.
neither.
If you're a fan, you're a fan. You're a fan. You're happy to see it at this high up. Anyways, the top 3, a little surprising, but not too much. At number 3, we have the case study of Vanitas Part 2, staying at the same rank from last week. Safe to say this was a surprise top 3 of this season. I think I think it solidifies itself as number 3, but I don't think a lot of people were like expecting it to be this high. You know what I mean? Even though there's a big fan base for it.
It's
I don't
good.
think it was gonna be like immediately like top 3 anime
Yeah,
of
I
this
agree.
last season. Then we have at number 2. Now this is a little surprising considering how popular the anime was, or is, right? Attack on Titan final season part 2 staying at the number 2 spot again this week. And then surprise, surprise, not really. Number 1, 8686 part 2 staying at the number 1 spot for the second week in a row. I mean, we did say it's kind of like a hype train type thing because it did come out at the latter half of the winter 2022 season, but the fact that it's back to back, kind of crazy. I mean, the only unfortunate part really is that more than likely, if this last episode does not hit for Attack on Titan, it might stay at the number 2 rating for this season. For like the last week, for week 12.
Right.
Granted, we're still waiting for like the final report, where Anime Corner does, hey, this is where everybody's votes, we totaled all of them, and then this is the official rankings. Yeah, we'll see. I think a lot of these, there's gonna be some shakeups, for sure. I think Attack on Titan is gonna solidify itself as number 1, at the end of the season, regardless, because it was number 1 for multiple weeks.
Yep.
Number 2 more than likely is gonna be, I think, maybe Demon Slayer, because that was, there for a fat minute. I think for like 5-6 weeks. Case Study of Vanitas maybe number 3. I honestly think My Dress Up Darling is going to be between the 5 and 6 range. And then other than that, I don't really know. Like, I feel like a lot of anime has been coming and going within these top 10 rankings. So we'll see. But I mean, hey, that's what we kind of got going for us. There was apparently 37 animes in total coming out this season that at least we're getting voted for, and it's kind of crazy to see just kind of where everything's been moving around. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this list. How do you guys feel about it? What do you guys think? Are we even intrigued in 86? Because I am. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I don't know nothing about 86. I think you guys were talking about it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a mech anime. I'm not surprised. Yeah.
I don't really like mech animes like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I don't know. Romance action mech anime. That's what it is.
Not really my thing. So I mean, I'm glad it's up there.
Sorry.
But I'm glad it's up there. And the fans are enjoying it. Clearly, it's number 1 again. Even though, like you said, Hector, it could be because of the hype. The season did just start. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and shit on it. Like, if it's good, it's good. It's not for me, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree. Fully agree.
I was just gonna say, there's a show that was in the top 10. I thought for a while was Sabikui Bisco.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they are now in. I just lost it. The 12th spot.
Oh damn! So it's steadily going down. That's kind of
that's actually kind of I'm behind in that show. That was one of my shows for the season. And it was like I think it was like in the either the 5th or the 6th spot for a few weeks now. And I guess the previous episode, last week's episode, I guess. Yeah, what didn't make the
really
cut.
hit.
So
yeah.
I
mean, it happens.
Oh my gosh, our 20th.
I think it dropped.
It dropped since
last
week.
Getting lower and lower.
Since last time we talked about it did drop. It dropped a lot. Yeah.
Good.
I feel like this is such a flop out of a mangaka who like people were like really excited for. Obviously, it's like he made Death Note, or they made Death Note. I don't know how they identify as, but yeah, it's like that's rough, man. That's rough.
Very disappointing.
And then, Renee's favorite soccer anime. This one. 30 second.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Better than Haikyuu.
I'm so happy I dropped it out. I think I watched the first episode. I'm like, yo, this isn't Haikyuu.
Yeah.
Oh, it's trash.
But speaking of sadness, right? Of saying farewell. Spoiler warning ahead. We're going to diving deep into our final thoughts of My Dress Up Darling. Episode 12 came out this past Saturday. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you have been warned. We're moving forward. Guys, let's start it off. Rafa, give us a quick summary of what happened in the final episode of My Dress Up Darling without keep your opinion out of it. Because I feel like I kind of know where you're at with your opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, so just give us a non-biased synopsis or whatever summary.
Okay, so it starts off with Gojo in his room, and he's working on his like he's practicing like his painting on the Hino dolls, like the face and stuff like that. And then he sees like the fireworks outside, and that's when Marin calls him up and says, "Hey, I need your assistance with this, whatever." And he goes by and helps her out, and they eventually end up going to a festival. They're hanging out at the festival, Gojo's like he's like kind of stunned at how beautiful Marin looks in the what are they called? The dresses they wear.
Yukata?
The yukata.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like
The
that.
yukata. He's all like stunned by it, and then she's all hyped because like he's all like flushed about it, whatever. That was a good scene. So yeah,
I like the part where she was like, I'm gonna show my neck more.
Yeah.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
so funny.
That was so good. So yeah, they keep on hanging out and whatever, and that's pretty much what they were doing, just kind of hanging out, and then they end up watching the fireworks, and Gojo's kind of just reminiscing in like the past year and how much more he's as a person he's grown, like socially, whatever, like he's more out there doing stuff, and like they end up pretty much making plans for like, oh, we're gonna keep hanging out next year, and they're pretty much all happy about it, and that's pretty much it. And then Gojo is they're pretty much at home now, right? And Gojo is about to go to bed, and that's when Marin calls him. He's like, "Hey, remember the scared movie we saw earlier? Yeah, I saw part 2, and I'm like really scared. I can't go to sleep. Stay on the phone with me until I go to sleep." And that's pretty much what they do. And then they have this really great scene where like they're like facing each other, kind of like the split the screen in half, and that's when Marin says that she loves him. But Gojo fell asleep, so he didn't hear it. He was snoozing. He was catching them Z's, and then she was like, "Damn, my man's asleep. Damn, dog." And that's how the episode ended, pretty much. Just really quick. I mean, it was really not much happened. It was it's a good wholesome episode to end it on. It's cute. It just reinforced their friendship and their relationship together. That's pretty much what happened. It was just kind of them hanging out and just kind of being like, "Hey, just we enjoy each other's presence. Let's keep doing this." That's really the way the episode was.
I would say like the big moments was definitely like the fireworks scene where Gojo kind of looks at her and they kind of like interlock, and then of course she had to ruin it by sticking her blue tongue out.
I love that.
Which I loved. I laughed like pretty funny at that. I was like, oh shit, that's so stupid. I knew you didn't
so
like it,
funny.
which is what I'm saying. So like,
I got annoyed by that.
So
Oh,
then,
I
okay,
loved it.
since we're talking about it now, Rafa, give us your opinion on the episode, and then give us kind of a big wrap up of like the season, like what you thought of the show in general.
The episode was great. I did enjoy the episode. It had great moments. It was cute. It was funny. I enjoyed them kind of like I said, reinforcing their relationship more. Like, hey, we're hanging out together. We're having a good time. We enjoy each other's presence, whatever. I also liked that they didn't shove in the other 2 characters. I forgot their names, but like the sisters, because a lot of shows at the last episode, they're like, "Oh, we gotta show everyone," and parade them around a little bit. They were like, "No, fuck that. It's Gojo and Marin all the way," which is big plus for me. I like that. It's cute to see them interact. It's good to see, like, you can tell, like, they're not fully saying it, but you can tell, like, yeah, there's those hints. There's that layer of like a relationship is there, right? The whole thing of like falling asleep on the phone and everything, like that's something you do with when you're talking to someone or whatever, like you're trying to get with someone, you talk to them on the phone until like one passes out or whatever. That's something we all have done in the past, right? So it's like something like, okay, well, it's cool to see that they're doing this here too, also, right? But it's just I wanted to see something. I want to see something more than just them hanging out. I would have taken them holding hands or some shit, you know, like something just to kind of like say like,
He
hey,
carried her. Does that
I was
count?
about to say that's a pretty
I-
big thing.
Yes, I
No,
mean, he only carried her
wasn't satisfying.
because her feet were hurting because of the sandals, you know, like I
Oh, that's
wanted to be more
sweet.
like when they were staring at the fireworks, I'm like just take her hand, give her a kiss on the cheek, something. Like I just needed that one little extra more step, you know, to like just to get it like, okay, here we go. I kind of got that a little bit, you know, when Marin said that she loved him, but of course Gojo was asleep, so he didn't hear it. So I was just like, I don't know. It was a good ending. If there's
Mhm.
gonna be a season 2, it's a good ending. Because it's like, hey, don't worry, we're gonna get more of this, and hopefully in season 2 they're gonna take, you know, a next step or whatever. Um, it's just I just wanted more. But overall for the show, it's good. I mean, Marin, like we said, she's best girl, and that's just hands down. She's an amazing character. I just love the energy that she has, and Gojo's another good character. You know, this is what if this is what I get from regular romance comedy where they don't really go anywhere, then I'll take it because it's a for sure. It's a great improvement from everything else that I've seen. You know,
Mhm.
it's not hitting levels where like some of like the best of the best shit that I've seen, like Toradora or anything like that, or something like you guys. I'm assuming so you guys have seen like with Horimiya. You know, it's not hitting that like top echelon level of like romance anime, but it's for sure above most of the regular shit. It for sure outdid Rent a Girlfriend easily. Rent a Girlfriend pissed me the fuck off at the end of the way that ended that season was completely aggravating. And with this one, it just wanted me. I just wanted more from it. So
Which is always a good thing.
which is
Yeah.
a good thing at the end of the day. It's just like I just want more of the show. I just want to see more of them together. I want them to eventually take the next step. So overall, great show, beautiful animation. You can tell they went all out on this animation
Oh
for
They
this
yeah.
last
did.
episode. They're like
The last
It
episode
looked
was so pretty.
amazing.
and I don't know if you guys realized, but like the scene where Gojo's pinning the little Hino doll, like he's putting like the eyebrows. That one
Mhm.
specific scene, they use it like 2 or 3 times in the same episode. The last episode, they said,
Mm.
"Fuck that! We're not putting money into that scene. We're putting money into these other scenes." So it was pretty
Which like
funny.
I was okay with. I
Yeah, I was
did
like,
not
hey,
care.
you know what? You gotta save your money in certain parts, and that's how you do it. So, no, it was great. Overall, I don't really have a number grade for it. If I had to give it a number grade,
Mhm.
okay, I guess
You
I'll
don't
give it
have
like
to. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I
give it
wouldn't
like
know how to
a
rate it.
7.5 out of 8 or something like that. Like in there, I did enjoy it a lot. And the moments that, and then like the moments that did get me.
Wait. You said 7.5 out of 8? Like
No,
why
7.5.
is
No, 7.5, 8. Like
Oh, okay.
in that space. Like
Okay.
yeah, like I did enjoy it a lot, and the parts that it did get me, like especially that hotel scene, like it got me good. Like it really, I don't really invest myself into these shows like that, and they were able to get me this time. So like I have to give them credit for that, and I
Mm.
like the characters a lot. I want them to take the next step. That's my only criticism.
Okay. Well, Renee, you're next up to bat. What did you think?
Um, for this episode, I think they did a really good job ending it. Rafa said it's very wholesome. I I think it gave me enough. It gave me what I wanted. Like, yeah, like you didn't get the whole like them holding hands or stuff like that, but like, you know, modern, saying, yeah, like I love you, like over the phone like that. Like that was really cool. Them going to this festival together, I really like that she took him out of his comfort zone and he had like all these great experiences with her. Like it took her to do that. And I love that, and Gojo loved that, and he admired her. So it was I love her, Marin's character. I like Gojo's character. They were like almost like opposites, but they just meshed well, and I was just all for it. I was really nervous about this show. It's not something that I normally would have watched. I had an interest in it, and then you guys were watching it, so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get into it. The fan service stuff it's still very uncomfortable to get into from time to time. And with this episode, you didn't really get fan service, and I kind of appreciated that because I feel like we got so much of it in the beginning and such. So this episode was just nice and it was just refreshing, you know. And then the fact that it looks so beautiful, I think, like I said, that it ended on a really good note. Um, and yeah, I just love the characters, and I'm too hoping that season 2 isn't this again, like them hinting. I'm hoping it's like, all right, we used all of season 1 for them to hint. We kind of know they dig each other. Season 2, it's going to get real. Like that's what I'm hoping. I don't know if I can watch another season of just hints.
Yeah.
So I'm in the same boat
definitely.
as you, Rafa.
Definitely.
So,
Well, get ready to watch Just Hints.
oh my god.
boy.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but
Oh,
I'm not
fuck.
okay. So like, I will say, for me, well, before I continue, Renee, if you had to give a score for the anime in
Aw.
general,
I'm only giving scores out of 10.
hmm
I enjoyed it. Probably like a, I mean like a 7.5. 7 and a
okay.
half. It
All right,
was
well,
good.
we take that. I mean, still 7 is a good score.
Mhm.
7.5 is a good score, rather. But like I was gonna say, right? So like, they do kind of, so they definitely get closer within the manga where I'm at. I'm fully caught up. The anime covered around 40 chapters of the manga, and there is a total of 74. So, half of what's currently, been written and distributed is out. And so that's what we kind of know of the story. This latter half, they introduce a bunch of new characters and a bunch of new other cosplay people, and we got to learn their stories, and they become friends with them as well. And there's specifically a moment, I won't, give away too much. But I also do think that the second season of this anime is going to come anytime soon. Um,
Okay.
so I guess you guys might forget in this time, but uh, there is a scene where there is a cross-dressing cosplayer, and you kind of find out his backstory of like, he's a college student. He had like a girlfriend, and she found all of his like dresses and everything and all of his cosplay stuff, and she like just berated and belittled him, and then she threw away all of his like
Mm.
costumes. And so he was always like afraid to tell people like what he did, and his love for cosplay. And instead of like, so he kind of opened himself up to Gojo and Marin, and instead of like obviously you know hurting his feelings or saying anything that he was expecting, Gojo absolutely just like opened up his heart, and he was like, "Yo, that's incredible. We love it." And like, you like saw a lot of stuff, and even the boys started like, Marin was crying while she was hearing the story. She's like, how could somebody just like throw someone's passion and love in the garbage, and like just all this other crazy stuff. And so like, the stories that you see and all this other stuff with like all the other characters and the development of like Gojo and Marin and their cosplay, because like they kind of get really into cosplay, so it's more focused on cosplay than their love for each other. But you do see those hints
Yeah.
of like, oh, they should be together. And then it becomes like a little funny thing where it's like all their friends that they end up developing like along the way, um like they meet someone at a fabric store where they get a lot of their cosplay stuff, and he's like, oh, these two are dating. It's like, oh, we're actually not dating. But like every single person is like, oh, these two
Mhm.
are perfect for each other. Why aren't they just dating already? And so all these other people are trying to reassure them. And like, there is a scene which was like super super cute. It got me going. Where like Gojo overhears, or he thinks that Marin is in danger, and there's like this guy yelling at her or whatever. And obviously, of course, it's misunderstanding. And so he goes and tries to get in the way of her and him, and he like stops the guy from yelling, grabs his hand, and he's like, "What? Am I not enough for her?" And then like it's like, oh, whoa, wait a minute. And then you find out that that's her hairdresser, and he's yelling at her because she hasn't gone to get her hair like fixed, and like she's like damaging her hair and all this other stuff and blah blah blah. And then Gojo's like super embarrassed, and she actually ends up kissing his cheek. So that's like the most
That
we.
counts. Rafa, does that count? Would that be like enough?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of. I don't know. I gotta see how it goes.
It's very, I for
I
one, I'm
want
enjoying it.
more.
I
Yeah.
want more too. I definitely want more, but the manga is definitely, it has me. I'm excited for like just reading every single chapter. From what I was told, though, apparently the chapters come out once or twice a month, so it's kind of a slow upload. So we'll see. But the manga itself has been selling incredibly, and the anime itself was overly incredibly received. So more than likely we will be getting a season 2. And we'll be getting a lot more. I think a lot of these scenes that I did see are going to be so much better animated, and I'm so excited to see them animated. It's essentially another Haikyuu, the mangas that I read ahead of time, and I'm super excited to see animated. Like, that's just kind of where I'm at with this anime. So I love the anime. It got me to the point where I read the manga, so I would honestly give it an 8. I want to say 9, but I'll say 8 because I do want more. I think we were definitely spoiled with Horimiya. And I don't think any anime is really going to live up to Horimiya, which kind of really sucks. But hey, it's kind of where we're at with that. Well, with that being said, we're not going to be talking about ALT again this week. We normally do, but it is not airing until this final weekend, so you will hear all about it next week's pod. But to kind of round out the end of our podcast, we're getting into Anime Swap. And this week we are reacting to Rafa's pick for us, which is I don't have it up. Rafa, what's the name of the pod? The name of the.
I always forget the name.
Something.
I'm trying to
reincarnated into a fantasy
knockout
or something like that.
Yeah. Fantasy knockout.
I'm trying to pull the full.
It's a long title.
It's a pretty long title.
Yeah. Life with an ordinary guy who reincarnated into a total fantasy knockout.
Yeah.
So, I'll start. Because I feel like, I know me and Renee have 2 different opinions on this. Straight up, I didn't like it. Wasn't a fan.
Wow.
Straight up. I was watching it and I got the comedic bits, but I just really hated the premise. I'm just like, dude, it was just so stupid of me. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I was just after halfway through episode 2, it was like trying to trudge through mud to get to episode 3. It's like, bro, like I'm good, man. Like, I was so over it. I got you thought they're doing the trope of they're gonna show parts and whatever, but they don't because they stop it. Especially in I think it's episode 3 where she's hanging upside down on the plant, and then
I love that
scene.
It's so funny.
I was just like, haha, okay, cool, over it.
Bro, you just don't like having fun, bro. That's what it is.
Anime's stupid. That's what it is.
It is stupid.
At least that's my opinion.
That's the point.
But it's I just don't like the premise at all. And then I thought that it was the guy, the hot guy that turns into the girl, and then the guy that wants this this dream lowly girl, he turns into the hot guy. So then they kind of switch up. But I didn't know it was the guy who wants a perfect lowly girl turns into a lowly girl. And I'm just like, bro, this is so weird. Damn, man, I was just man. Some of the stuff I laughed at because I was like, oh, that's actually kind of funny and stupid. And I got it. I got that was a premise, but I'm just like, dude, yeah, man, it's not it for me. And according to Anime Corner, the past 3-4 episodes haven't been great for the last last part of it. So
still in the top 10, and for a comedy anime, that means a lot.
Yeah, so for it's just not for me. Truth be told. And I wouldn't recommend saying. Hey, yeah, man, Renee, what'd you think?
So yeah, I was scared. I was scared of this one. I didn't think I was gonna vibe with it. It's stupid. It's funny. I laughed a lot. It was weird at first. Here's these 2 best friends, and one of the best friends gets drunk, and then he has no luck with women, so he's like, you know what? At this point, might as well. I wish I was a beautiful woman, whatever. And he gets his wish granted, and the whole just the dynamic, how now his best friend. I don't know their names. I forgot their names, but the best friend is now a girl, and like she's like attracted to the friend. Like they're attracted to each
To
other,
each other,
but like they're
yeah.
not trying to like. They
They're
know
trying
it's
to
weird.
stop it. Yeah, they're trying to stop it. Yeah,
Oh, and like
it's so
just
good.
the handsome, the handsome guy, like just like how he's trying to stay like so calm and reserved, but like the whole time in his head, he's just like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, she's so cute, she's so cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm really am surprised that I liked it this much. I watched the 3 episodes and I kept going. I'm on episode 6.
Let's
It is just
go,
such a good time.
baby. Yeah.
It's stupid as fuck, but like, just the humor, like just how like, like when things get silly, like the characters, the way they get drawn, they look all like just weird. It's just such a good time. It's a lot of fun. I'm really,
Hmm.
really enjoying it. And yeah, just the whole the friendship, and how they're attracted to each other, but they can't be because they're best
They
friends and
try
like
to
that whole
stop it.
thing.
It's so good. Like they try to stop it. Like the whole thing with the God is like, hey, you have to go defeat this guy if you guys don't want to like fall in love with each other. Like, damn, we gotta go do this now. Like they have to go on a whole journey. It's great. It's good stuff.
Yeah. I like the whole like, the girl, her, anyone she talks to, like they end up falling for her.
Yeah.
So there's this a lot. I love the interactions with her and like the villagers and other people because like she's just asking something. They're just like, marry me. We'll have 2 kids. We'll
Yeah.
do this together every
Yeah.
single time, and it's hilarious. It's I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me, but I love it. It's a good time.
It's fun.
Um,
It's a good fun
yeah, it
show.
is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
It's a lot of
that's the
fun.
thing that I was trying to get like through. Like, yeah, it's a weird ass premise, but like they're like doing something cool with it. Like they're not doing like fan service shit. Like they're legit. Like, hey, let's just be dumb and silly as much as we can, and it's a good time. I'm trying to remember what episode you said you're on episode 6.
Yeah, so like a new character got well, like there's like the elf girl that got introduced, and
Yeah.
then the swordsman, who's
Hmm.
also really he's hilarious, and they just defeated they're going against this like robot thing that ended up taking like their clothes and everything they had on them. So
I
like
took the sword.
homie
Yeah.
homie's just on like in the field naked. Like everyone's
Yeah.
just naked because this robot took their clothes. I'm like, wait, what? Like I don't know. It's weird, but it's
Yeah.
it's funny.
I love the elf because she's like so into herself. I
Super
don't
into herself.
I don't know if you saw the part where like when
He threw
she
he
got kidnapped. Did you see that part? Or
no, I only saw the
okay.
part where the handsome dude like threw the rock and like he
Yeah.
threw it so fast and like ended up cutting her like braid or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
what? He just has these crazy abilities for no
It's
reason.
really,
Like,
really strong. Yeah, it's good
Oh, the
stuff.
main character?
The main
Just
guy, the
you
guy
said
with
the
the
glasses,
glasses.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
he's like level 70 or something like that. Like
yeah.
something crazy.
Like there's a whole reason why he's so strong. So it's pretty
Okay.
good stuff. It's pretty funny.
I like
Like,
it.
Okay.
like my favorite scene of what I've seen of all is when they're at the campfire and they're drinking, and the guy the older the good looking guy's like, hey, you shouldn't be drinking too much because like you're not in your same body, so your tolerance of alcohol is not the same. And he's all like, fuck that. He just like pours it back, and he gets so
Right.
fucking drunk. That's why I love that
Oh.
scene.
There's a lot of good scenes. There's
Yeah.
a lot of memorable scenes so far. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna catch up just because yeah, I'm already on 6. Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff. Hey,
Well,
nice.
hey, we all
Nice.
can't. We all, we're all there. You like what you like. You don't. What you don't. That's all it is. It's at the end of
Yeah.
the day. But that was Rafa's recommendation. Now we're moving on to this week, mine. So, last week we skipped mine, but we're back to me. Okay, so here we go. For Rafa, we have an anime from this season. It is The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. It is one that I've been
Mm.
talking about quite a lot. It is one of the shows that I am very excited about for this season of Winter Anime. It's pretty much the only one I like really kept up with. And for Renee, we have one of my all-time favorites. All right, so no pressure. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai If you like season 1, there is a movie that beautifully wraps up the series. Incredible stuff. Love it. It's very, very good. It deals with some like mysterious. It's a romance anime, but it's also like, what is it? Like, how would I explain it? It is a romance drama, but they also have some like
Okay.
supernatural stuff involved as well.
Is there multiple seasons?
There's only one season.
Like, oh, just one season. Okay.
Yeah, and then like I said, and then a movie that comes that is
Okay.
also a continuation of it. But yeah, that is the episode. Hope you guys look forward to watching that. Can't wait to hear what you guys think. Of course, you know, if you want to watch the anime that was recommended to Rafa, or Rafa, if you want to watch the anime that's recommended to Renee, feel free to. It's not mandatory. But kind of like our playing pod segment, you know, the bonus or whatever. But that being said, since I already kind of talked about it, Rafa, do you mind giving us the final shout out before we end the pod?
Yeah, so guys, if you're interested in hanging out with us some more, we also have another pod that goes on here in Geek Jar Podcast. It's the Playing Pod, where we talk everything about video games. I think we said Thursday. Is that what we're doing on a Thursday? Right, Hector?
Yeah, I believe we are doing it on Thursdays, so definitely keep a lookout on the Twitter.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for
that.
that. Also, we all stream on Twitch here. Hector and I are variety streamers. We play all types of games. Rafa Bot Gaming for myself, Ultra_V-Man for Hector, and Renee does art streams. Renegades, it's her name. And
Yes.
maybe what's the name of that freaking game?
Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing, right? Maybe Animal Crossing?
Maybe.
So keep an eye on that.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see.
Nothing promised yet, but hey.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Right. So if you guys want to go hang out with us some more, we're over there on Twitch. Hector and I are pretty much stream pretty much every day for the most part. So you guys want to go hang out with us, you can, and stop by and say hi.
Yeah. Renee, what do you got for us?
Just want to give a quick shout out to Artists and Gamer Shop. It's a Etsy shop that Alex and I started, over a couple years now, where we make art and gaming inspired mugs. So definitely check that out. There's some mugs and some coasters. New stuff is in the works, but I will keep you guys posted on that. But yes, if you haven't had a chance to, that is Artists and Gamer Shop. Check us out. Means a lot. Support us. Thank you. Boom.
There you go. Nice and wrapped up like a present. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Episode 43. That's it. Make sure to share, like, subscribe. Leave a comment if you have anything you want to say or want anything for us to watch. We'll definitely check that out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.